This conference will now be recorded. Now be recorded.
Good morning, one and all. Today I would like to discuss about conditional operators. So this is the symbol question mark colon. The conditional operator. Okay. So what is conditional operator? Conditional operator is also called as a ternary operator or two-token operator. Okay. So here the question mark and colon. What is the purpose of this? This is used to check the condition. For example, if here I am declaring the expression result equal to a greater than b question mark a colon b. That means if you would like to find out the biggest number between two numbers, you can perform by using if condition. Also, you can also perform by using conditional operator question mark colon. So this is the purpose of a conditional operator. So in the notes I already declared that it is also called as a ternary operator here, and it is also two token operator. Why it is called as a two token operator? Token is nothing but a smallest individual unit of a program. That means whatever the character you are using in the program, that like hash, int, a, all are nothing but tokens. We already discussed this topic, tokens. In C tokens, there are 6 types of tokens. We already discussed earlier. Anyway, so now that's why here we are using two tokens. That is, one is question mark and the one is colon. So that's why this is also called as a two token operator. Okay. So this is the syntax of the two token operator or conditional operator. First, you have to declare expression 1. After that, question mark. After that, expression 2. After that, colon. It is not semicolon. Colon and expression 3. So like here you declared like this. So result equal to a greater than b question mark a colon b. For example, if I am declaring a value here, a equal to 10 and b equal to 5. So which one is greater? A value is greater. That means you have to print that a is big. Okay. So now you have to write the expression like result equal to a greater than b question mark a colon b. That means first a greater than b, it will check the condition. That means 10 is greater than 5. Yes, the condition is true now. If the condition is true now, then after that question mark symbol, you are declared a. That means a value will be stored in result. Okay. That means what is the value of a? 10. That means now the result equal to 10. That means big or result, or you can declare big variable, whatever that variable you are taken for storing the result. Okay, that means big A equal to a greater than b question mark a colon b. So here we can declare semicolon because this is an expression of C statement. So 10 is greater than 5 question mark is condition true, then means a value will be stored in big. For example, I am declaring 10, b value is 15. Okay, so 10 is greater than 15, condition is false. So whenever the condition is false, the expression 3, that means b value is evaluated in big. That means here it is expression 1, this is expression 2, this is expression 3. If the expression 1 is true, then expression 2 value is evaluated in the left side. Here expression 1 is false, then b value is stored in big variable. Okay, so here already I mentioned each and everything in the notes. You can also check. Like here I am declaring int a value 10, b value 15, x equal to a greater than b question mark a colon b. Here x will be assigned the value of b. Because 10 is greater than 15, condition is false, the b value, that means because the condition is greater than b is false, so expression 3 is evaluated. So expression 1 means the question mark before the statement is called expression 1, after that expression 2, and after colon you are declaring that expression 3. So this is called conditional operator. Now we will see the example program. Okay, all of you see the program. So here I'm declaring a value 10, b value 2. Which one is big? So you know, obviously know that a value is big. That means 10 is big. So I'm declaring variable big. Okay. So you can also zoom the screen. Okay. So here I am declaring big equal to a greater than b. That is 10 is greater than 2. So here the condition is true. Now after that question mark, what is the value? A. That means a value is stored in big now. That means big equal to 10. Big number is, I'm printing big. That means 10. So now we'll run the program. Big number is 10. Okay. If I am declaring b value 20. Okay. If anyone having any doubts, you can ask or you can comment that in the comment box. So b value 20 I am declaring now. 10 is greater than 20. Condition is false. That means 10 is greater than 20. Not at all true. Now b value is evaluated in big. So now I am running the program. Now biggest number is 20. That means big number is 20 printed on the output screen. This is the purpose of a conditional operator. That means so whenever you are using if condition, you can also solve the biggest number program by using this operator. Also you can also solve this program, but the difference between if condition and conditional operator means the lines of code will be very less. For example, in conditional operator, if you would like to check more than two numbers, that means if you would like to find out the biggest number among three numbers, okay, so in that case only single line is enough. In if condition, we are using almost 5 to 6 lines to write the program for finding the biggest number among three numbers. Okay, so like if a greater than b, like that. Okay, or we'll see the program, the difference between the conditional operator and if else. We'll see the example now. So here I am using the website name called as onlinegdb.com. Okay. This website is an online compiler to run C or C++ or Python or Java programs. It is very much useful for you because it is like an IDE. So for example, if you would like to type int, you can type I. That means all the cases I. That means if int, include, all will be displayed here. Okay. So this is very much easier to write the programs, to run the programs. This platform is very useful for you. You can also check after the completion of the class. Okay. So now big number is A and big number is here B. Without conditional operator, we will do the program like this. So now 10 is greater than 20, 10 is greater than 20. Big number is false because 10 is greater than 20 is condition false. Else case will be executed. Big number is B. That means 20 will be printed. So now we'll run the program. Yeah, 5B4 asked the question, can we use it in our smartphone, sir? Yes, you can also run these programs on your web browser, like you can use the Google Chrome. Okay, using Chrome app, you can run this website, onlinegdb.com. You can also type the programs. Okay, by using Google Chrome app, you can run the programs in your mobile also. Okay, so now coming to the topic, so now I'm declaring if a greater than b. Everybody knows this program because you already done this program in the lab. Okay, now my question is that if I'm declaring three values like c equal to 5, which number is bigger? By using if condition, okay, this is very critical because if I'm declaring three variables, you can declare a single if, that will not be enough. Okay, that means for example, you know that already. What is the A value? 10, B value 20, C value 5. That means you know that B value is big because you have the mind, right? So you directly tell that B value is big, sir, apart from A and B. In the same way, you have to write the program. First, you need to check with the A value with B and A value with C. After that, A is big will be printed. Okay. So likewise, by using nested if, this program will run by using two types of statements, like logical operators, logical and, or you can declare by using nested if. Nested if is concept is also there in the second unit material. For example, by using nested if means if is having some inside another if, that is nothing but nested if. Okay. So if A greater than B, I'm declaring here. Okay, A is big and directly మనం print చేయలేం. So if A greater than B, then if A greater than C. Okay, if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then only you can declare big number is A. Okay, that means so B is greater than, that means A is greater than B and A is greater than C. That means obviously A is big. Now big number is A. Okay, else, for example, in this case, okay, for example, in this case, A is greater than B is true. That means A is big. But A is greater than C is false. That means B వాల్యూ కంటే ఏ వాల్యూ పెద్దది, ట్రూ అయింది. బట్ సి కంటే కాదు ఏ వాల్యూ, అంటే ఏం పెద్దది, ఆబ్వియస్లీ సి ఈజ్ బిగ్ అనమాట. సో ఎల్స్ కేసులో మనం సి ఈజ్ బిగ్ అనే లైన్ ప్రింట్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ అనదర్ క్వశ్చన్. Sir, what about if A is greater than not B? That means A is greater than B condition is false. Okay, we will think that case now. That means if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, A is big. If A is greater than B is true, but if A is greater than C is false, then obviously C is big. Okay, according to our knowledge. Okay, if A is greater than B is not at all true, that means A is greater than B is not true, means B is obviously big. Then you have to check the B value with C value only. Okay, that means in else you have to declare if B greater than C only. Okay, because it is obviously A is greater than B is not true, means B is big. Now we will check the B value with C value. If it is true, then obviously it will print up the statement B is big. Okay, but you have to check again in this case else, because A is greater than B is not true. That means B is big, and here it will go to the else part directly. And if B is greater than C, that means B is greater than C is also true, then biggest number is big, B. If B is greater than C is not true, then what will be the big value? Obviously C. అంటే ఒకసారి నేను మళ్ళీ తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నాను, ఒకసారి వినండి. ఏ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ బి అంటే 10, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ బి అంటే బి కంటే ఏ వాల్యూ పెద్దది, సో అది ట్రూ అయింది. ఏ ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ సి, సో సి కన్నా కూడా ఏ పెద్దది, అప్పుడు బిగ్గెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఏ అంటది, మొత్తం ప్రోగ్రామ్ టెర్మినేట్ అయిపోతుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ బి అయ్యింది, ఏ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ సి అవ్వలేదు, అంటే బి కంటే ఏ వాల్యూ పెద్దది కానీ సి కంటే కాదు, అంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ సి ఈజ్ బిగ్ అనమాట. సో సి బిగ్ అని రాసాం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ బి అసలు కండిషన్ ట్రూ అవ్వలేదు, అంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ బి పెద్ద అన్న విషయం ఇక్కడ అర్థమైపోయింది. సో అప్పుడు బిని సితో ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తే సరిపోద్ది. సో బిగ్గెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఇస్ బి అని చెప్పి ప్రింట్ చేస్తాం. కానీ ఇక్కడ కూడా ట్రూ అవ్వాలని కేసు ఏముంది, ఏ వాల్యూ బి కంటే అంటే బి వాల్యూనే పెద్దది అనేది ఇక్కడ ట్రూ అయినప్పుడు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చింది. బట్ బి సి కన్నా కాదన్నప్పుడు ఆబ్వియస్లీ సి ఈజ్ బిగ్, సో బిగ్గెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఇస్ సి అని పెట్టాం అనమాట. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం రిమైనింగ్ లైన్స్ డిలీట్ చేద్దాం. So according to our values, A value 10, B value 20, C value 5. So obviously here B value is big. Now we will run the program. One minute, I think having some internet issue. Okay, big number is 20 is printed. Okay, that means according to our values, first 10 is greater than 20. That means 10 is greater than 20 means condition is false. So then it is directly go to this else part. Okay. Then 20 is greater than 5. Yes, it is true now. Big number is B. B value 20 is printed. So big number is 20. Okay. Now we will change the values. A value 100 I am giving. I am running the program. 100 is greater than 20. 100 is greater than 5. Both conditions are true. Big number is 100 will be printed. Okay. Okay. Yes, this is also true. Now I am giving the value 500. Now in this case C value is big. So 100 is greater than 20. Yes, condition is true now. Again it will go to this loop, this condition part. 100 is greater than 500. This condition is false because 100 is not at all greater than 500. Then it is go to the else part. Biggest number is 500 will be printed, and now again we'll run the program and the output will be displayed. Big number is 100, 500. Okay, so how many lines the program? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 lines program. But by using a conditional operator, that means by using this operator, you can declare very easily this program. Okay, now we will see the program. Okay, without using if conditions. Okay, see everyone, just I'm giving 10 2 1. Please 534 mute your voice. Okay, so someone is asking question. Before going to that question, first we'll see the program. Int a equal to 10, b value 2 and c value 1. Okay, if biggest number that is equal to big, that means I have to declare one variable big here. Okay, big equal to a greater than b and a greater than c. That means here by using yesterday we discussed the logical and symbol. What is the purpose of logical and that means that logical and used to check more than one condition at a time. That means by using logical and we can check b value and c value is greater than a or not. Okay, that means if a is greater than b and a is greater than c, that means both conditions are true. Then after question mark a value will be evaluated. That's why a value is given after that question mark. If a is greater than b is not true, that means if it is false, or if a greater than c is false, then a value will not be evaluated. That means when it is going to b greater than c. Okay, now again I'm giving the conditional operator. You can declare like this, no problem. Okay, so b greater than c question mark b colon c. That means if for example b greater than c is true, now in this case now b value will be printed as b big, and if b greater than c is false, then c value will be evaluated in big. So in the earlier program we have almost 12 lines of program, but here I am using only single line. Okay, so now 10 to 1, so we will evaluate these values. 10 is greater than 2, is it true? Yes, it is true. 10 is greater than 1, yes, is it true? Yes, it is also true. Now after that question mark you are having a, that means a value will be stored in big. So now big number is big will be printed. Now we'll run the program, output will be printed, big number is 10. Okay, so the program is executed. Now I am giving b value 20. Okay, we'll check again the program. 10 is greater than 20, is it true? False. That means 10 is greater than 20 is false, means after that question mark a value will not be evaluated in that big value. Now it is going to this part. After column b greater than c is there, so b greater than c means b value 20 and greater than 1. 20 is greater than 1, yes, it is true. Now after the question mark value will be evaluated in big. If the condition is false, after colon value will be stored in the result. Okay, so if the condition is true, after that question mark, which expression is there, that will be evaluated. Okay, again I am recalling the purpose of the conditional operator. So b greater than c means 20 is greater than 1, that is true. So 20 is greater than 1 means it is true, means b value will be evaluated as big. Now we'll run the program. Now big number is 20 will be printed. Okay, okay, so output is getting big number is 20. Now I am giving, again I am giving c value 100. So we'll run the program. 10 is greater than 20, condition false. Now it is going to be greater than c part. That means 20 is greater than 100. 20 is not at all greater than 100. That means now c value will be evaluated as big. So we'll run the program. So now big number is 100 will be printed. Okay, so in the earlier case you have written almost 14 lines of program, but here a single line, by using conditional operator you can easily run the programs like this. Okay, this is the purpose of a conditional operator or two token operator or a ternary operator. This is very important operator. So now we'll go to the questions. Some students are chatting, sir, is this is conditional operator used to compare biggest of array of n numbers? Yes, you can declare, no problem. By using array of n numbers also you can solve the problem. Earlier 2 days back I am giving the assignment question. Same question you can also use, solve the program by using a conditional operator. Okay, next, if any more questions you can directly ask, or you can type the question in your chat box. Okay, so if anyone having any doubts, I will solve. Otherwise we will move to the next topic. Okay, so no one is asking. Okay, coming to the next topic, bitwise operators. These are very important operators. In the second unit, bitwise operators are there. Okay, so what is bitwise? You know that what is bit? Bit means binary digit. That means you have to solve 0 or 1 values by using 0 or 1 values. Okay, you can using 0 or 1. That means by using zeros and ones only you can perform the bitwise operations. Okay, so coming to the topic, there are 6 types of bitwise operators. These are very important for 8 most question. It is asking so many times. You can remember that they cannot be applied with float or double values. You should remember this line, because bitwise operators cannot be work upon float or double data type. Okay, it can be work upon only integer data type. Okay, so you should remember that. Next, coming to the topic, there are 6 types of operators. First one, bitwise AND. You notice the difference. Here I am writing single AND is nothing but a bitwise AND. Double AND, earlier we were used in this program. This is called logical AND. Okay, so no, please make this difference. Everyone should remember this difference. Some students might be it is like logical and it should be like bitwise AND. Okay, so you have to understand this. Single AND is nothing but bitwise AND operator. Double AND is nothing but a logical AND operator. Okay, so logical AND operator is used to check more than one condition at a time, but here single ampersand, that means you are using only single AND, that is called a bitwise AND operator. These operations will be performed on bitwise, that means zeros and ones only. Okay, now we'll see what is bitwise AND. This is very easy. For example, if I am giving a number a and b, I am giving a value is 4, b value is 3. Okay, so what is the value of a and b? If they are asking like this, you have to note down what are the binary digits of the 4. That means you know that 8421 code 0010, that value is called 4. 8421, that no 0100, right? 0100 8421. Okay, This is the value of 4. Now I am declaring not here, I am declaring 2. B value is 2. So what is the value of B? What is the value of B? 0 0 1 0. Or you can declare the value 6. Okay, 6. We will take the example 6. Okay, now see all of you. So if I am giving A value is 6, B value is 2, according to 8421 code. Okay, you know everyone, binary digits. That means BCD, binary value of 6, 0 1 1 0. Because what is 0 1 1 0? So 8421 code, 4 plus 2, that is 6. So the binary value of 6 is 0 1 1 0, and I am giving 2 0 0 1 0. That means this is the binary value. If we would like to perform what is the value of A and B. Okay, if the both are, first all of you see here, A and B equal to, okay, A and B equal to, so either of the bits are 0, then it returns 0. If either of the two bits are 1 1, then it will give the 1. Okay, according to this rule, the result will be 0 0 1 0. This is the value of A and B. Okay, that means both are 1, then only it will bear the value of 1. If either of the bit is 0 or 0, or 0 or 1, or 1 or 0, then result will be 0. Okay, we will see the notes. So these are the bitwise operators: bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise shift left, bitwise shift right, and ones complement. These are the 6 types of operators. So bitwise AND truth table. Just now I discussed. If both are 0, then A and B is 0. If 0 and 1 is, that is also 0. That means if A and B both are 1, then only the result will be 1. So now we'll see again. So here I am declaring 0 1 1 0, that is the value of 6. That will be 0 0 1 0, that is the value of 2. So in the 0 0 means it is 0, 1 1 means 1 will be printed, 1 0 means 0, 0 0 means 0. That means A and B value is 0 0 1 0. Okay. So here I am writing 4 and 6. Okay, example here in the table 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0. That means in the second column only both are ones. Okay, you can also check with your notes. Okay, so 0 1 0 0 will be printed. Next, what is the purpose of bitwise OR? So as now earlier you said that bitwise operators cannot be work upon float or double data type, because if you would like to print write the program like A value 6, B value 2, that means 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0. That means if you declare 6.3, it is invalid. Okay, because bitwise operations cannot be work upon floating point or double data type. Okay, you should understand that. Okay, so now we'll coming to the topic bitwise and bitwise OR. What is bitwise OR? We'll see the truth table. Bitwise OR means if both are 0, then only the result is 0. Otherwise 1. Otherwise 1. Okay. So now I am giving the example 4 and 6. Okay. So we'll do now. A value is 4. B value is 6. And this is the symbol of A or B. Okay. Now we'll see. A or B means, that means both are 0, then only the result will be 0, otherwise 1. So according to this table, what is the value of 0, 1, 0, 0? What is the value of 6? 0, 1, 1, 0. Now you should check what is the value of this one. In the first digits both are 0, that means the result is 0. And after that 0 and 1, that means 1. 1 and 1, that is also 1. 0 and 0, 0. Okay, that means A or B value is 0, 1, 1, 0. So that means in the first digit and last digits are 0 in A value and B value. So that's why 0, 1, 1, 0 will be the result value. So in the notes you can also check with your notes. Here I am declaring A value, B value and C value result A or B, A 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Next, what is XOR? Bitwise XOR. So this is R symbol, and now coming to the XOR symbol. This is XOR symbol. A exclusive or B. So what is the purpose of A exclusive or B? So A exclusive or B means you should see the reference in table. If either of the bit is 0 or 1, then only the result is 1. If both are 0, then result is 0. If both are 1, the result is 0. That means either of the bit is 1. I already declared in the above statement, if one bit is 0 and other is 1, then the result is set to 1, otherwise 0. This is the meaning of bitwise exclusive OR. Okay, so now we'll move to the example. And A value 4, B value 6. Same example I am declaring here. A exclusive OR B. Tell me, what are the last digits? 0 and 0. That means 0 and 0 means 0 only. And 0 and 1 means 1. And 1, 1 means 0. 0, 0 means 0. Because either of the bit is 1, that means in the last but one digit only 0 and 1. So that means remaining all are 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. That means 0 will be printed. 0, 0, 1, 0 means the result will be 0, 0, 1, 0. And you should not give the value 0, 0, 1, 0 value is 2. Okay, it is bitwise operation. You should declare the values, the results in bitwise only. And some students are looking like a 0, 0, 1, 0 means it is the value 2. That means now C value is 2. Don't declare like this. Okay. Okay, some student are asking question 5b3. So it's a good question. He is giving two values. Okay, they are giving x and y value like this. Some 5b3 asking this question. X and y. What is the value of x exclusive or y in this case? Good question. Okay, you know that everyone. So the first x having 1 0 0 1 0 triple 1. That means 8 digits you are giving. But here in the y value you are giving only 4 digits. That means you need to add 4 zeros. That's all. This is very easy. Okay. Now we'll solve the question exclusive or y. Last two digits are 1. That means if both are 1, then it is 0. And again last 1 0. 1 0 means 1. 1 0 again 1. Okay. 0 and 1 1. 1 0, that is 1. 0 0. 1 minute. 0 and 1. Okay, 1 0 1. I added so many questions. I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. So in the same way, like 0 and 0 means 0. 0 and 0 means 0. And first digit is 1. This is the result. Okay, 1 0 means 1. 0 0 means 0. 0 0 means 0. 1 0 means 1. 0 1 means 1. 1 1 0 means 1. 1 0 means 1. 1 1 means 0. Okay, any more doubts? Okay, you have to add 4 zeros to fulfill the task, okay, in front of the y value. Next. If any more students are having any doubts, you can chat or you can ask. Otherwise, we will move to the next topic. Left shift operator. So 3 operators are completed. Bitwise operators, all are very important. 6 operators are very important. So now coming to the left shift. The left shift means 2 less than symbols. Okay, that is called as left shift operator. In some textbooks it is declaring like shift left operator. Okay, shift left operator is also called as left shift operator. This is the symbol. This is the symbol. For example, here I am declaring A, I am declaring B, A equal to 4, B equal to 2. Now we have to solve the program. A left shift B. It is very important in the interviews also. These questions are asked very much. So now A value is 4. So by using we have to perform left shift operation means first everyone should note down the number, the value of 4. The value of 4 is 0100, but you have to take 8-digit number. That means you can add 4 digits. Okay, you can add 4 digits in front. And left shift B, that means what is the value of B? B value 2. So after taking the A value, listen carefully, this is somewhat typical. Yeah, sure. Okay, Vishnu is asking doubt, sir, could you please run bitwise operators in GDB? Yeah, we are running 6, we are having 6 bitwise operators. After completion of 6 operators, we will do the same. Okay, I will run the programs. You don't need to worry. And B value 2. Okay, so B value 2 means A left shift B means in the A value, the left side two values will be cancelled, and you have to add these two. Okay, you have to cross these two and add these numbers in last of 4 value. Okay, now so what is the value of this one? That means 000 0100. What is the value of this one? This is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4. What is the value of 2 power 4? 16. That means the answer is 16. Okay, everybody is understanding? Once again I am repeating. A value 4 I am giving, B value 2. 4 left shift 2. That is true. For example, left shift 2 means 4 left shift 2 means you have to take 4 binary value. 4 binary value in 8-digit format. That means 0000 0100. So left shift 2 means you have to cross 2 digits left side and you have to add those in right side. Okay, so this is the topic. And sir, in some cases if you are having the first 2 digits as 11, okay, so shall we add last 1 ones? No, it is wrong. Okay, you have to, whether you cross 1 in the left side, you have to add zeros only in the right side. Okay, you should remember. Okay, so we'll see the notes once, but we have the shortcut also for this notation. Okay, here I am writing, consider the example 4 left shift 2. 4 value is this one. The same example I explained here. It shifts binary digits twice, so we get 000 1000. The decimal value of 001 1000 is 16. Okay, so we'll do example of 5 left shift 1. We'll take another example. 5, b value is 1. Okay, so what is the binary value of 5? We have to note down 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. This is 5 binary number. Okay, left shift 1, 5 left shift 1 means you have to cross the first digit and you have to add last. Can you please tell me the value of 0001010? That means 1010 is nothing but 10. So 5 left shift 1 means it will print 10. Okay, so some students are asking online GDB only. Okay, we'll run the program now. After completion of the operators, we will again do the same. Okay, a value is 5, b value is 1. C equal to a left shift b. So we see the example here. 5 left shift 1, it will give the result is 10. So now we'll run the program. The result is 10. Okay, is it clear everyone? Okay, now in the first example I am giving 4 left shift 2, the result is 16. Now we'll run the program. $16. Okay. Okay, some student is asking like very good question, sir, if a equal to 2, okay, a equal to 2, and what is the value of b? B value is 9. Then what will happen? Okay, we'll run the program. Result is 1024. Okay, 2 left shift 9. Okay, actually we have to take 8 digit number for up to specific 8 value. That means 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. Okay, 4 zeros and 0 0 1 0. This is the value of a2. For example, here we have to declare left shift means we have to cross 9 digits, but here you declared only 8 digits. That means whenever you're giving the b value is 9, you have to take another 4 digits in front. That's all. That is the example. Now you can cross 9 digits in front and you can add those values in right side. That's all. That is the simple answer. And sir, if a equal to 0, what will happen? Okay, very good question. I'm giving a value is 2, b value is 2. Obviously it will get the value 0. Okay, because 0 0 means if you can take any number of zeros, it will left side 2 zeros will be added, right side the result will be 0 only. Okay, that is the answer. Or this is the shortcut for this notation. Okay, we have another here I specified in the notes, you can check with the notes. Okay, if anyone having some doubts regarding left shift operation, the 5 left shift 1 means 5 into 2 to the power of 1, like that means a left shift b means a into 2 to the power of b. This is a shortcut notation. It is equivalent to a into 2 power b, like this. Okay, here power symbol cannot be there, that's why I'm using that operator. Okay, so here I mentioned everything in the notes. Once I am zooming, okay, 5 left shift 1 means, okay, 5 into 2 power 1, that means that is 20. 5 left shift 2 means 5 into 2 to the power of 2. Okay, 2 to the power of b, that means this is b, this is a. Okay, this is shortcut. And 5 into 5 left shift 3 means 5 into 2 cube, that means 5 into 2 to the power of 3 means 5 into 8, 40. 10 left shift 2 means 10 into 2 power 2, that means 10 into 4 equal to 40. 4 left shift 2 equal to 16, that means 4 into 2 square equal to 16. This is formula, shortcut formula. Okay, this is the original method what I explained earlier. This is the shortcut method. So now I am giving some values. Can anyone tell me? So in the chat box you can specify the answer, everyone. I am giving 4. Can you tell me what is the answer? Everyone should specify in the chat box what is the value of this one. 10 left shift 4. Very good. Vishnu 517. Very good, very good, excellent. Okay, 160. 526 is wrong. Very good, excellent. Thank you all of you. I think everyone got the point. 170, 515 wrong answer. Okay, 160 is the correct answer. Because 2 power 4, 16. 16 into 10 means 160. We'll run the program now. 160. Okay, this is shortcut. Very easy method. Okay, but according to in the examination, first you have to specify bitwise only, because as the name itself, bitwise operators in the sense, so you need to perform the operations bitwise only. Okay, so this is just only shortcut method. Okay, what I told you just now. And next, coming to the next point, right shift operator, that means greater than. Okay, actually I discussed already these topics earlier. Okay, these are very important for the next topics, that's why I'm giving revision. Okay, okay, here I'm giving a value is 4, b value 2. What is the purpose of right shift? Now 4 value is 0 0 1 0, no 0 1 0 0. So you no need to add here, you no need to add any zeros here. Right shift means you have to cross 2 digits, because I'm giving b value is 2 and you have to add those values front. That means 3001. What is the value of 3001? That is 1. Okay, this is the example of 4 left shift 2, 4 right shift 2, 4 right shift 2. Okay, 4 right shift 2. We'll run the program. Okay, 4 raised to 2 is answer is 1. Now I'm giving 5. What is the value of 5? 0 1 0 1. 5 right shift 2 means you have to cross last 2 digits right side. In the left side left shift operation you need to cross left side bits. Here you need to cross right side bits. And in front you have to add zeros only, 2 bits zeros only. If you cross 1 also you have to add 0 only, remember that one. Okay, now 0001 value is nothing but 1 again. Okay, and we have the shortcut formula here. A right shift b means a by 2 power b. I already mentioned in the notes. Right shift operators. Okay, 2 to the power of b. 8 right shift 2 means 8 by 2 square. Here I'm giving the example 5 by 2 square. 5 right shift 2 means 5 by 4 means 5 by 4 means according to integer 5 by 4 means 1, because you don't need to take points. Okay, that's why the result is 1. 9 right shift 2 means 9 by 2 square. That means 9 by 2 square means 2 to the power of 2 means 9 by 4. 9 by 4 value means 2. Answer is 2 now. Here 2. Okay. 4 right shift means 4 by 2 power 1. It is wrong here. 2 to the power of, it is 4 to the 2 to the power of 1. That means 4 by 2 means 2. 5 by 2 means 5 by 2 square, 5 by 4. Okay. Likewise, we have to perform the operation. Here I am declaring another example. 10. Okay. 10 1. Okay. 10 right shift 1. That means 10 by 2 power 1. 10 by 2 power 1. Remember everyone, 10 by 2 to the power of b. 10 by 2 power 1 means answer is 5. We have to answer for next question everyone. Result is 5. Okay. So now I will give some numbers. I will call one roll number. You have to tell me the answer. Okay. So everyone should be cautious. I'm giving 10 by 2 power means answer is 5. Now I'm giving 8. B value is 2. So I would like to call roll number 551. Can you please answer what is the value of 8 right shift 2?
2, sir.
551. 8 by
2,
2
sir.
to the power of 2, 4. Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. 551. Thank you very much. That is correct answer. 2. And in the chat box also some students are specifying 556, 595. Very good. That is 2. 8 by 2 to the power of 2, that means 8 by 4, that is 8. 8 by 4 means that is 2. Okay. Now if I am giving 3. Okay. 8 by 2 to the power of 3. That means what is the value? 1. Very good. Some students are responding 1. Okay. Okay. I'm giving one more number. Everyone should have 12. And here I'm giving 4. Now tell me everyone, what is the value of A right shift B now? Please answer in chat box. 12 right shift 4. Excellent. 0. Very good. Okay. So 12 by 2 power 4. That means 12 by 16. The answer is 0. We'll run the program. Very good. Excellent. Everyone is responding. Thank you. Excellent. Yes. Any more doubts so far? Okay. In the last one, that is one's complement. This is very easy. I already discussed in the earlier classes also. One's complement, the symbol is very easy. This is the symbol for one complement. For example, if I am giving a value 2, the value is 0 0 1 0. There is no other operator, this is only operator. Okay, here if you would like to find out the ones complement A equal to, instead of zeros you have to take 1, instead of ones you have to take 0. That means 1 1 0 1 will be printed. Okay, that means 0 on a place of 1 వేయాలి. B is bigger than A, then we have floating values. What is this question? I am not understanding properly. B is bigger than A, then we have floating values. Yes, we are getting floating values, but bitwise operators cannot be worked upon floating point data type. That's why the result will be 0 only. 0 point something cannot be displayed. Okay, in the bitwise operators in the top side only I mentioned bitwise operators cannot work upon floating point data type. Okay, so ones complement is very easy. 0, for example, if I declare x equal to 0001, so ones complement x equal to 1110. That means instead of 0 1 will be printed, 1 instead of 1 plus 0 will be printed. This is ones complement. And some special operators are there like comma. We'll discuss it in the, but because you know that what is the use of comma operator, you would like to separate the two numbers, or int a equal to 10 b equal to 20 like that. Okay, so likewise we will specify for bitwise, and we cannot work upon in programming language, but we will take one example. Int a equal to 3, b equal to 4. Okay, I'm giving a and b. I'm giving result. I am printing the result here. Okay, 3 and 4, the result is 0 only. Okay, a and b value you can check, because the value of 3 is 0 0 1 1 0. Okay, 3 0 0 1 1, 3 value and 4 value. B equal to 4. 4 value is 0 1 0 0. That means what is A and B? I already discussed. What is the value of A and B? That means 0. If both are 1, then only 1 will be printed. Otherwise 0. In each column, all are 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. There is no 1 1 in the line. That means the answer is 0 0 0. Then the result will be 0 here. So that's why result is 0 here. If I am declaring like 2, a value 2, here a value is, in that case also it will not work. I'm giving a value 6, 0 1 1 0. Okay, I'm giving 6. I'm running the program again. Okay, the result is 4. Okay, we'll check here. That means both are 1, then only the result is 1. That means 0 1 0 0 will be printed. That means the value of 0 1 0 0 is 8421 rule prakaram. Answer is 4. Vishnu, is it clear? Okay, so now we'll move to the ARB. Okay, whatever the topics, whatever the operators I discussed here, I am running the program. 6 or 4. Now first here check, we will check the ARB here. 6 or 4 means if both are 0, then only 0, otherwise 1. That means 1 1 0. What is the value of 0 1 1 0? 6 again. Now we'll run the program. The answer is 6. Now I will give another numbers. Everyone should, I think everyone should have pen and paper, or a pen and our notebook. Okay, within 2 minutes I will complete the topic. Okay, hope everyone understanding this concept. Conditional operators and bitwise operators are very important. Okay, I'm giving A value 7, B value 4. Everybody should solve this question. I want the answer for A or B. Please mention the answer in the chat box. You can directly give the value. No need to give the value like 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 like that. Okay, just give the direct value like 7 or 4 or like that. Okay, 7, 4. Okay, A or B. I want the value of A or B. Okay, everybody is responding. 510, 5B9, 506, 512. Very good. Very good. 7 and 7 are 4. The answer is 7. Very good. Because we'll see 7, 0, 111. Okay. So according to this one, I'm giving A or B. If both are 0, then only 0. Otherwise, the result is 1. That means 0, 111. The answer is 7. So 7 is printed here. Very good. All are correct. Last and final question. A exclusive or B? Okay. The same question. I'm giving A value 7, B value 4. Okay. Tell me what is the value of A exclusive or B? Everyone should mention in the chat box. What is the value of 7 exclusive or 4? What is the value of exclusive or? That means either of the bit is 0 or 1. The result is 1. Very good. Excellent. All are responding. I think everyone got the point. Very good. Very good. All are correct. Okay, we'll run the program. 7 exclusive or 4. The result is 3. Very good. Excellent, all of you. So these are the operators. This topic is completed successfully. All operators are completed. Special operators, you no need to worry. So those are very easy. We will discuss the once after college reopening. Okay. For today's the topic is completed. If anyone would like to ask any doubts, you can ask. You can unmute your voice. You can ask directly, or you can post your question in the chat box. I think everyone understanding all the operators of bitwise and bitwise or bitwise exclusive or left shift, right shift, one's complement. So time up for today.